Broadcasting live from upstate New York, a technology talk show that puts you and your questions first. It's Tech Talk Live.
Yeah, baby, it's Tech Talk Live, coming to you live from upstate New York. You guys just totally missed that.
I did too. And we're a radio talk show. We're live on the air with Flipper.
There's something truly wrong with you.
Fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on recovery here.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Your grandfather's, your grandmother had.
Evidently. There's you hit 70, or you're going to be 70, right? You're 69 right now, 69 and a half?
Yeah, 3/4.
69 3/4.
Who's counting?
I swear we need to paint your face with makeup and call you homie.
But anyway, are we going to do the introduction of the show?
Sure, why not? We're Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
I'm JJ.
And we're a local New York State, upstate New York computer talk show.
www on the Weber.
At fingerlakes1.com.
Or give us a call at
315-220-0692.
He's full of it.
With your technology questions or anything you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Give us a call.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I say, people keep asking me questions, he says, well, we like to show when you do this, we like to show when you do that, or talk about spontaneous things.
Well, see, that's what I think. That's what I think the format for the show is probably going to end up being, because there just isn't as many people like back in the radio days. When you're on the radio, you're just driving along in the car and you're listening to Car Talk or one of those other programs that are call-in.
Well, I wonder how much it would cost for Sirius.
For us to be on Sirius?
Yeah,
try a few million,
or whatever it is.
Try a few $1 million, Pops.
Well, I got that as pocket change.
Yeah, sure you do.
Nice.
If you got that,
it's your inheritance.
So you're part of that 1% that everybody keeps talking about.
Well, I already paid taxes on it again. Why do I have to pay taxes again on it?
I don't know. Why would you? I wasn't talking about taxes.
That's what the government says. We got to tax the rich more.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Why not?
I've already paid taxes on it when I earned it.
Anyhow.
Yeah, go ahead. We're going to talk about what today besides...
I have no idea. What are we talking about today?
Where do we?
We?
And there is an app for it. Where do we app?
Yeah, so that'll be coming up with JJ. JJ's got the Where Do We app. I've got a few things on military and police safety that have come out in technology news recently.
And I'm going to talk about Seafoam. Seafoam.
What the heck is that all about? I am so
you
curious.
You can take a bath down there. See, instead of going to your bathtub and getting a bubble bath, you can go get Seafoam.
Okay. Sounds fun.
All right, and what was the other app that I was going to talk about?
Something about Sandy, Seafoam, and...
Snide talks about Sandy, Seafoam, and camera glasses for cops.
Oh, yeah.
Camera glasses. Yeah, that was kind of a fun...
Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Do that one.
You want to do the camera glasses first?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, let me get on the www radio talk show here.
Oh, okay.
I just turned it on, and the apps just come up.
Okay, then I will start with the bouncing ball thing. How's that?
Mind you, he's been sitting here 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah, right.
You got to go wee, do you? Come on. Hello.
Anyway. Okay, so anyway, there's been some, recent developments in technology over the last 2 years where a company came up with a toy camera that was a bouncy ball. And people could take it and throw it in the air, and when it hit the top of the arch, it would take a panoramic three-dimensional picture.
Nice.
Or something like that. So you would throw it up, it would take the picture, you don't go download it from your go download it on your computer onto the special app, and it would give you the ability to stare right out of the ball at that arc. So you could look right around you 360 degrees. So, but it's kind of like one of those things where, okay, well, what better application can do this? So a company, I think it's I can't find the name of it's called Bounce Imaging. Yes, Bounce Imaging, and it's a ball. It's a high impact plastic ball with multiple cameras, LED or infrared lighting that police officers and whoever could use to throw into a room.
Military. I was reading that article. I was going to download it, but I said
I really like this because basically what it is it's a camera system and a wireless file sender at the same time.
With 2 fly eyes that take up 180 images.
Oh no, it's not 2. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
it's about a
7,
16.
7 or 8 cameras.
Yeah, whatever.
So you roll it into a room. Once it stops moving, it takes a 360-degree panoramic of that room, so you can see what's going on in that room before you enter.
And before somebody shoots the thing up.
Right.
Or pew, pew, pew.
Well, it's supposed to be high-impact plastic, and it's supposed to be like,
Shoot it across the floor.
yeah, you'd shoot it across the floor, but I don't think you'd break it.
With a bullet,
Yeah. But, the big thing is that they hope to sell the device Bounce Imaging Explorer for $500 initially, which is not bad, really, if you think about it.
Something new, anyway.
The higher wireless one that would be used by the military is going to be $5,000, which is going to be a copy. And then that one, they're looking at having some type of... I look up and I'm like, what are you doing?
Right?
Right.
$5,000 a copy, but it's going to have not only the wireless transmitter, but also a type of beacon so that you can retrieve the ball as it happens. So, so like saying you throw it in there.
Kind of a GPS then.
Yeah, so like saying you throw it in there, you go in, you shoot everybody up, and then you forget about the ball, you leave, okay?
Oh.
Somebody could then come back and retrieve that ball so you don't lose the $5,000
per copy
ball.
But why does it cost us $500 or $300 per one?
Ours is not wireless, first of all. Number 2, the base one, the Bounce Image Explorer, is not high impact plastic and doesn't have as many cameras. So that's really just to throw it in the air and go, and then
catch it.
Yep.
So if it doesn't have high impact plastic, it isn't going to bounce off the floor. It's going to go splat.
Probably. So
then you got to run and find it.
Yes. So anyway, and then I think that would be great. I mean, that's just great for you could put infrared camera.
Is there anybody in the bedroom with my wife? I better throw that in first.
You could.
You could launch it into a rocket.
I wonder how you'd set it off though, because I mean, it would want to find out at the top of the arch,
right?
So when it starts to drop in altitude, I wonder what the mechanism is for that, because if it's always under propulsion,
pressure sensitive gauge or something.
Yeah, I know. It would probably have to be something else, but that would be neat though, is to take it and put it on like a platform of 4 bottle rockets or 4 model rockets.
Model rockets that go up.
Yeah,
MOD, not bottle.
Yeah, right. So put 4 of them on so they're facing in, and then they're only attached by maybe like a little thin layer of glue, just enough to take it up. When they get up there, they snap off, and then the ball's floating in midair, way the heck up there. I wonder what you get.
It won't stay up there. You got to have a parachute, not one chute, a pair of them to let this thing down so you get a nice picture, right?
Well, no, because it'll take the picture on the once it hits the top of the arc, but getting it up there is the problem. How high can you throw?
Well, getting it down is a second thing without it smashing all over the ground.
I probably wouldn't care so much if I got a really neat picture out of it.
At that price, I better have a parachute on it. Not a single chute.
Well, I don't know how you'd have to figure out how to launch that thing up. Right. It'd have to be a bunch of rockets.
I'm sure they got them. Rockets now.
Them rockets that are 3-4 feet high. You know what I mean? That you get them up there.
That ball might fit on that.
And fit on there.
Yeah.
It'd be a nose cone, is all it would be.
Right. Well, it would become the nose cone, yes.
Unless it goes,
right,
boom, all over.
You're something.
Like some of them big rocket testers for rockets of real life rockets.
So, but no, I really thought this was really neat, especially for like terrorist and hostage situations. I really thought it was kind of neat for some other applications, such as firefighting. You could put infrared cameras on this, and before smoke divers go into a burning building, could throw that in a room that they think that there's somebody in there. Take a 3-dimensional wireless
feed back to the camera on the helmet.
On the helmet, if they got it on the helmet. If they don't, they got it back at the command center. Yep, there's somebody in the room over on the left. They're passed out.
Well, it's like a lot of these skydivers now are got all these cams. They got them on the helmet cam. They got them on the
Go cam.
Yep. And the other guy is taking a picture of the cam, and his cam is camming, and You got all these things.
Those action cameras are pretty neat.
Actually, I was looking at, Scat was, it was funny. Scat was telling me about, he wanted to do like a in the bouquet, talking about weddings, I guess, in the bouquet Go Cam. So you put this little tiny Go Cam in there, and it records, right, in the bouquet. So as you're, right, and the bride basically records the wedding ceremony from the bouquet.
That would
But
be
just
neat.
think if she turns the camera around and it's facing the wrong thing.
Well, at least you get boobs, right? I mean,
Well, I wasn't saying boobs. I was saying the other guy that she was sorry.
get out of here.
Wow.
All right, you got your thing up finally?
Yeah, I got my...
Yeah, I know. That was bad.
It was. Anyway,
Yeah, where's my sound effects? Hold on 1 second.
you got them?
I don't know. Go ahead.
But anyway, we're talking about these... got to go the right way.
Gotta go the right way.
The cops may be required to wear cam glasses or camera glasses.
I thought we already determined it was up.
Yeah, right.
Right?
But Utah cops are trying to get these to be required.
Yes.
So what that means is that your interaction with the police officer,
Yep.
it's going to be all cam-corded plus the
Yeah, it's gonna be recorded.
on dash cameras of the cars and what they get and what the officer sees firsthand. Whether you take a swing at a cop or not.
So this is like a way to make your transaction with a police officer transparent.
And make it so that you respect the police officer a little more than what you would off camera.
Well, I don't think that's going to change.
But no, that's what they were trying to say was about that.
Well, I mean, I suppose it would help. It would help in two fronts. It would help with making sure that the police officers are doing what they're supposed to be doing. At the same time, it would make sure that the public, whoever they were
John
arrested,
Q. public, yeah.
would be being behaved. If not, they can use it as a court in the court of law.
He said, she said, well, the officer took the nightstick to me, but that will also record, you took a swing at the officer and knocked his glasses off. Now he can't see.
Right, good point.
I'm just saying, these are things that all could happen, but it keeps it more honest.
I suppose.
This video stuff now, like they were saying about with this article, is everybody's got a cell phone video, everybody's got a laptop or
that was one of the big things about which is where that's why I kind of said I suppose so just a second ago when you said it would keep things more honest, more whatever. We have all these cell phones and web devices that everybody carries around. And then when somebody takes a video of police interaction, okay?
Yeah.
And not all police. Don't take this that I'm against the police or something. But like something's going on and they take police video, they're literally got the phone up there and they're clicking, watching it, And all of a sudden the people with the phones are the ones getting arrested, attacked, or whatever during that situation. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. If I was that police officer, I would want that video because it should show what happened.
Well, there's a case of that, which they said is obstructing of justice because they were told to turn the thing off. And the person refused to turn it off.
Right.
And the police officer arrested them, put them in handcuffs, and took the cell phone and stopped it, or the recording device and stopped it.
Right,
which is illegal to do.
Well,
why would you make that you didn't want to record what that police officer was doing?
That would be the question, and I think that's where the situation comes in. I mean, if if you're doing your job the right way that you're supposed to do your job.
But here's the other point with these glasses is this all downloads into the whole day, downloads into that data bank that's
Video
on
recorder,
their,
yep.
whichever's on their belt or wherever it might be.
Yep.
And then at the end of the shift, they unplug it and give it to the
supervisor
guy, whoever's in charge of downloading or taking care of this
Q&A.
material to download it off that. So it's a tamper-proof. It's a tamper-proof situation where the officer can't change any of the thing, turn it on and off at will. This is on when he puts this on. This is on. It records everything he does, even when he goes into the bathroom, you know what I mean? Of course, you'd have to look up at the ceiling, you know, or something.
I think you're going to see this with the next generation 911, probably where the officers are going to be required to wear this, and every time you call out on a location that it will be activated, and it will probably be a wireless attachment
Yep.
to
Right
the
back-
complaint.
right back to
the
the
911 center
911.
as an attachment.
Yeah, maybe eventually. I think that might be too expensive though. By the end of the day, see, here's where
Over a period of time, it would. Well, I'm saying
Right.
trying to
Right up front,
see.
probably.
This is like the government. They all got to have it all done at once. You know what I mean?
All right.
You got problem areas or something like this. I
Put
could
it in
see
there, yeah.
doing 1, doing 3 next year. Well, this is working good. I'll do 5. But we got to update the number 1 that we first put in. Bring that up to times. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Right.
But-
I guess. Yeah. But I think the thing that I'm thinking of is to update. Like to do Senate. Maybe like Seneca or Cougar, Wayne County up this way in upstate New York. Okay, would be a question of how many glasses would you have to buy? I mean, there's 26 officers in the. I'm going to guess on the
least.
sheriff's department or the state trooper. There's probably 5 or 10.
Well, I was
local
referring.
PD. Same thing.
I was referring to like someplace like Rochester or Syracuse. You have the police officers going in these
Okay, so
high crime areas, high drug areas. How many do you need? You need 15. Okay, we'll do 15 this year. Next year we'll expand it to 30.
well, I think the big thing is I mean, I don't know how. I see. My problem is I don't know the numbers over in Syracuse or Rochester. How many police officers there are?
Well,
How many different 911 centers there are in that area?
what I'm trying to refer to is this government has to do it all or none. $3 million versus $300,000 for this year. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have to do it all, $3 million.
So you're trying to say budget it?
Huh?
So you're trying to say they need to budget it?
Need to be under the like I say, the watchdog or the think tank. Why do we need to do it all when there's a lot of officers not involved even in this high crime area?
Or they could do it as a capital improvement project type kind of
See?
thing.
That would be an all or nothing for. See, I think that's where I'm trying to get at is I don't care about the finances really. By the end of the day, I care about the technology and really how fast could you implement this if say Rochester wanted to do it. Okay, so Rochester, the city of Rochester police decide that they want to do this. Okay, and they buy all the cameras for each of the police officers because it's going to be a hygiene thing too. So you're going to have one
Yeah.
camera per officer.
Right, one pair of glasses.
Right. So then the question comes down to, okay, so saying city of Rochester has 30 police officers. I don't know how many police officers they have, but say it's 30 police officers. Okay, so you buy one of these cameras for each of those 30 police officers. Now you have the wireless card or the recorder. Add in the wireless card piece so that you can
and the reader.
The wireless card piece so that you could transmit it back to the 911 center.
911, all right.
And throw it back that way so that when the complaint's happening, they can get a live video feed that's automatically recorded and attached to that complaint, right? That's where you're going with that,
That's
right?
where I'm going.
Okay, so by the end of the day, you're going to have...
And we're going this next generation with cell phones already, so...
You got 6 different moving parts in that process right there. I don't know if it's going to be feasible and manageable. I mean, you'd have to have a staff on hand to actually manage it. It's not just going to be like, hey, this is the way it is now. There'd have to be an overhaul of how everybody handles all this data.
But like I say, we're sitting here like a think tank,
Right.
thinking of all these pros and cons of it. This is where your management, your government management should be doing all these pros and cons and say all or none, or can we do it in phases? Mm-hmm. Phase in the high crime area. Mm-hmm. Now, is Seneca County got a lot of high crime area? I don't know. It might have 2 or 3 spots that might be,
I would never call Seneca
Right.
County a high crime area, would you?
No.
No.
No, but
Troubled area.
But you do have.
What?
A couple trouble areas, but...
Couple trouble areas.
Well, it's like I say, the trouble areas are
yeah,
is
right here in Seneca Falls, baby. No.
drug dealing or some other thing. You know what I mean? Very seldom do you get somebody shot, but
Right.
He just cursed us.
Yeah, you did, right?
You might get somebody run over by a four-wheeler or something like that. I don't know if you call that.
Anyway, I think
JJ got ran over by a four-wheeler walking home from Thanksgiving the other day.
Walking to Flipper's house the other day.
Yeah, that's what you need is for Clipper. Clipper, right?
Anyway, I can see them doing it. They're doing that. They're going to be doing that with next generation 911, being able to get that live video stream from cell
cars
phones,
and
from the cell phones, from the caller.
But it's going to be
to the 911 center.
It's going to be the wave of the future. How many years is it going to be before this all takes place?
I think it's going to be a while.
It's going to be within the 5 to 10 year area.
I'm going to push it up. You know what?
Maybe for
if we survive Armageddon, okay. Then yes, I'll give it to you probably within the next 10 years.
How long did it take 911 to get here?
Maybe for a big city.
I'm saying, how long did it take for 911 to get here?
We're behind the time, so.
So, I mean, took what, 12 years?
At least.
I was going to say
12 to 15 years when 911 was first introduced. And then it's been upgraded.
Right. Well, the first 911 call was made in the 70s, so.
Right.
It took a long time.
Yeah, to implement it and then get to where you guys are now.
Right.
And then some of the bigger cities have better call centers.
If you had the money that the state was giving you, you'd have a good 911 center.
Here we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did I have to bring that up?
Yeah,
they didn't embezzle our money at the 911 centers.
So anyway,
yes,
the pros and cons on it. I think it's good.
Right.
This way here, the officer can see, and like I say, if you have 2 or 3 officers there,
right, you get a different video of each one.
You get a different scene from each one. As this is happening over here. Okay, I turned my head and
right,
there it is.
It may even be a lapel pin size.
Yeah, who knows, right? By the end of the day, I mean, but I think the only thing, I'm trying to put myself in the officer's shoes, and be like, okay, now every single one of my movement is recorded,
but this camera that they're showing here is about the size of my finger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just right up here in your glasses.
On the glasses.
Yeah,
they got those ones they put in cars, and when they do the stings and stuff. That
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with off body
pinhole cameras.
I'm good with off body. I think where I'm having the issue, I think in my brain is on body. Okay, because not saying that anybody that's working for any piece of that has a right to privacy, but there is a certain right to privacy that they should get, like bathroom breaks. I mean, plain and simple. If there's no off button, and then somebody gets to see my bathroom break or watch me eat my lunch.
Well, the only thing you can do is flip the thing up over here on the top of your head.
Yeah, but it's going to take the video and audio.
It's going to take, but hear me tinkle in the toilet or whatever, or pew pew or when I'm in the other
pew,
toilet.
Pew. Holy cow, right? But
there's got to be some on or off switch with the wireless part.
Right, and I think that's the only thing I would be a little worried about from a technological standpoint and from a civil liberties
button.
Bathroom break. And then it stops for 10 minutes and comes back.
Does the officer call in and say, I'm on break for X amount of minutes, but you know what he's doing,
Yeah.
You see, a lot of times they call in for that, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's the only thing I was looking at was, technology is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. I love the technology. I love some of the spy stuff that I read some of the different spy journal things that talk about covert operations and stuff like that, and all these different devices. Like they have a mic now that actually can listen through solid wood, and it's not even laser based. You literally just put it on the wall and run your recorder at it, and you can record the next door neighbor's apartment, the entire apartment, because the apartment becomes like a drum. Well, and that
big echo.
Well, we're talking
basically in a sense.
You're talking about that laser that goes, and you're down at the corner, and you're recording up there on your neighbor's window.
Yep.
With a laser.
Well, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be some type of vibratable.
Right.
Surface.
And they can
hear you just as clear as day. Yep.
Hear you whisper.
Yep.
Whisper in that room, because that whisper is still making that noise, vibrating something.
Right. So that was kind of neat there too. So one of the but that stuff just fascinates me.
But what gets me is this camera here now. Is the police department going to sell these to PC gamers? for like Grand Theft Auto, you know what I mean? Live action of the scene, you know.
Well, Grand Theft Auto, I think there was 4 videos in Grand Theft Auto 4, I think it was, that was not computer generated. They were actually live footage.
Live footage, yeah.
From I think, New York City, PD. And then they just did the video overlay and the audio overlay to make the noises and stuff so it fit the game.
Nice.
So it was kind of neat.
But I'm just saying, why couldn't you sell some of this to gamers?
Revenue generation,
Yeah,
right?
revenue generation for the government.
Right, there you
my
go.
God.
There we go.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
Okay,
Break time.
we done
Is it
we
break
done
time?
this
I
on
think so
this?
already.
All right, we're good. So after the break, we got JJ coming up with
Where do we?
and anything else?
Where do we?
That's all I got for now, anyway.
Is that WII or is that the other WEE?
WEE.
Speaking of the Wii, the
.com.
Wii's got a little. I didn't realize they had it out yet. I don't know why I didn't. You know, I'm a big gamer. I like games, and they got the Wii U. Okay.
Yeah,
and it's a small little handheld gamer thing, and they just came out with new Super Mario Brothers U.
yeah.
And it's like a total remake and graphics update to the side-scrolling Super Marios that everybody loved back in the day.
Back with the old Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nice.
and a lot of people are raving about it.
With the big cartridge you put in.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like raving about this update to this because the graphics look so good, but it has that same kind of simplistic kind of 2D graphic run around, jump, stomp on Koopas and
Hit your head against that and get that 200 points.
eat a mushroom, you grow big. Get bit by a turtle, you shrink.
Whatever.
I got shrinkage.
Well,
Anyway, so we're ready to go to break.
We're all set on this here camera for cops, right?
Cameras for cops. I like that.
But if anybody had any comments, give us a call on the next half of the show, and we'll be glad to talk.
Put you on. Yeah, absolutely. We like callers.
315-220-0692.
And you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. We'll be right back after these brief messages. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And I'm JJ.
And we'll be right back.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. Or I don't know, that thing, that magic. You see it in the movies. I wanted to retire from what I was doing, from that line of work. Be a good guy for once, a family man. So, I bought a big house, came here, put my feet up, and thought I'd be a dad like all the other dads. My kids would be like the kids on TV. We'd play ball and sit in the sun, but, well, you know how it is.
We are waiting for this past 2 years, so this is a big event for all of us.
Windows 8, it's going to be my tool to create something visual.
Welcome to the Windows 8 preview.
Ni hao. It is such an honor to be here in China to participate in the launch of Windows 8.
What do you guys say? Should we start the clock?
We're the people with the smile on the box. We're the reinventors of normal. So when we bring you a new Kindle Fire, you should know that normal is going to change again. With an HD screen, HD camera, and dual speaker Dolby sound. And 22 million movies, TV shows, songs, apps, books, and more. Hey normal, take that. The all-new Kindle Fire HD.
Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And I'm JJ. Just waiting for the cameras to come back up.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Waiting for the camera.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna spend probably some time this next week and redo reconfig the slides on here. So
maybe I'll get some of them glass cameras.
Oh, so we can all be
looking at each other.
right.
Oh my God.
That'll be all.
How cool would that be?
Well, we could always take the webcams and just mount them to our heads,
Yeah.
Or you can clip it to your hat.
Yeah, helmet cam, right?
There you go.
Right?
Oh, that would be great. Do the 3 wide and it'd be like,
Well, like they do on NASCAR with the helmet cam.
Right. Yep.
Right? With the tire changer.
Right? That'd be fun.
Right? Exactly. We should do it just once.
That or the tire carrier or whatever.
So technically, this would be our Thanksgiving show, right?
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving
Yes, it
to
would.
all you and
Yes.
you people, and make sure you gorge yourself with that turkey.
And have fun on Black Friday shopping. Make sure you get all your...
I ain't going shopping.
Make sure you
on
get all
Black-
your technology needs.
I am hiding in the house, and I am not coming out until Monday on my birthday.
Friday.
Yep. Get all your technology needs.
Well,
At discounted prices.
I ain't going to give you any birthday present before Black Friday because, like I say, then I can go to Black Friday and I can get a discount on it.
Right. So whatever.
Right.
I don't care. Whatever you want to do. So anyway,
and Jay's got a birthday on Black Friday, so...
Oh, that's right. He's 2 days, 4 days before me, 3 days.
4, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
happy birthday, MJ!
So
yeah.
that's just like I said, Flipper was born in November and we got married in April.
That did not work out right.
Right?
Trust me. I was the only one that lived. Snide ate the rest of them.
We were married for 10 years before we had him.
That was weird. That's a weird statement.
Right?
You know? We were married in April, and then we
had you in November and married in April.
But 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Go figure.
See,
anyway, it's been recommended that I look into the Where Do We app.
Yes, Andrew. Oh my God, Andrew is fun.
I like the men and women co-ed bathrooms.
Not only is it available on your iOS phone, I didn't find it for Android though, unfortunately. You can go to wheredowe.com and look this up as well.
Where do we
is an application for your iPhone or iPod Touch that helps you find and rate restrooms worldwide.
Not only find them, but rate them.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it's a road trip that never seems to end or an endless line in front of the women's restroom where you got to go, you got to know.
You got to know where you got to go.
Exactly.
Well, I like that one time we were coming back from a Buffalo's football game.
Yeah.
And the restrooms were all loaded up in the men's room, you know what I mean? And this young lady had to go so bad, and she come right in the men's room and went right in there.
And there you go. You can now locate.
You got to go when you got to go.
You can now
that one.
You can now locate, view, and let's see here.
Oh, we got it.
Oh my God! Don't even tell me that they've taken pictures.
You can now locate, view, and visit some of the most memorable restrooms from coast to coast, ballparks and ballrooms. Where do we? Has it all covered.
This is a product. This is definitely a product of today's day and age and technology with everybody having cell phones. You know that, right?
Anyway, if you want to find some of the best restrooms, download the app and visit some of the past and present winners in your area. When you got to go, you got to go. And no, why not? Go in some of the most immaculate, inviting, and most of all, memorable restaurants.
Oh yeah, that's what Snide needs. The most inviting. Yeah. I can just see the review now. You can eat a turkey dinner off this floor.
So I downloaded the Wii app here for iOS phone. Anyway,
where do we, baby?
And it's actually attempting to find our location, and it looks like there's been several already
in this area.
Oh my God, my bathroom's on there.
So anyway.
Did you take my bathroom last time you went?
I took a picture.
No, that was where that dog out there weed out in your
room. Right.
Anyway, it gives the address where you can go and how to rate it.
Right. That's right in Flipper's John.
Right. So when you rate it,
that's the one in the next room over here.
Right. You can rate the toilet.
Oh my God, the neighbor!
Soap.
I can just see the neighbor coming over now, going, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom." Okay.
Let's see.
Right. You got a picture of it.
Number one rated.
Anyway, you can rate the toilet, the cleanliness of the toilet. You can rate the soap, how much soap is left available. You can rate how much toilet paper.
How about the smell?
And the air quality.
Yeah, there we go.
Air quality on the bottom with the little pine tree there. Smell.
A little piney.
I'm sorry. That is just fabulous. That is so fabulous.
Once you rate the spot, you can then take a picture of it and post it online.
And then you get 2 free tickets to use it the next time you're in the area.
And then everybody can, who's got the app, can go out and find the most luxurious rooms around. You can go We in Comfort.
We in Comfort. Your turn. Your turn, Flip. I don't know if you got anything to follow that.
I don't even have
How can you follow that?
Well, the military is going to be using a new gel that stops bullets, so I'm sure it can stop that smell from that bathroom. Segway.
Nice.
So we got a Segway and a Fegway and a...
What is a Fegway?
It's that 2-cart deal thing, or are you going...
No, a Segway.
Well, is that a Segway too?
Yeah, it's also a Segway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the word Segway means that you're going from one topic to another and you have a small introductory statement.
Like deodor.
Right. A Segway as the scooter is that battery-powered, you lean and it goes thing.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was a Fegway. Okay.
Anyway, if you want to call us and
segue into something else, please
Correct.
give us a call.
315-220-0692.
Or give us an email on techtalkliveny@gmail.com. I do not have the video chat up right this second, so you have to do it a different way.
Get on that Facebook and like us.
Like
we
us.
need it.
And you can reach out to us there as well. I've got it up and running now. So
Yep.
Cool. Great.
Good.
Can you hear me now?
Good. Next.
What?
Hello.
Okay. So, the military is going to be using this new gel that's supposed to stop bullets. It's a, I don't even know how to. Anyway, the Ministry of Defense has awarded 100. This is for British or England has
jelly. That's defense.
Yeah, that's defense. All right. Do it again. Thank you.
Right.
I just gotta
turn that up. How's that sound?
Is there a headphone app or headphone? Piece to
there
it?
is.
Oh, geez, we should pipe it right into the board.
Yeah, we got it right here.
Well, no, I could do it right there. Pipe it into the board.
Oh, the board over there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pipe it into the board. Oh, no, come on, that's bad. So anyway, in England, they got the Ministry of Defense has awarded $100,000 to a small company that has developed a special substance that hardens immediately on impact. It is hoped that the shock-absorbing substance will soon be fitted onto the inside of soldiers' helmets, reducing in half the kinetic energy of a bullet or pierce of shrapnel, and hopefully making them impenetrable. The gel, called D30, locks instantly into a solidified form when it is hit at high impact. When moved slowly, the molecules will slip past each other, but in a high energy impact, they snag and lock together, becoming solid. Which was said by Richard Palmer, who invented the gel. In doing so, they absorb energy. The D30 gel has already expanded into a range of sporting goods and is found in the ski gloves, shin guards, ballet shoes, ballet shoe points, horse riding equipment, and other sports paraphernalia. The substance relies on intelligent molecules that shock lock together to absorb energy and create a solid pad. Once the pressure has gone, they return to their normal flexible state.
I think I've heard of this before.
That was one of my questions. Now, you put it in a football player's helmet. He gets a shock, boom.
It becomes solidified.
Then it locks.
Well,
now he can't get his helmet off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, they actually showed a video on Reuters, I think. Reuters has got a whole video on this, and it shows the guy manipulating the gel and kind of stirring it with their fingers. But then when they punched it, it solidified when it hit, and it absorbed the shock. And on the other side of this gel, you didn't feel anything. There was nothing. There was no kinetic energy that actually went through this.
So how thick does this gel have to be to do this?
For bullets, they were saying it only has to be a 1/4 inch thick. So that's thin.
Is it better than, was it Kevlar?
They were saying that it would replace Kevlar completely. So you wouldn't have to wear the flak jacket, the jacket.
But is it more lightweight than the? I don't know.
How would you keep it in place because it would run down to your jock strap?
Well, no, it's a solidified gel.
No, how would you keep it in place on a shirt or whatever, like you said?
It's a solidified gel. That's my point.
It's probably like a.
It's not like gel. Like the consistency is not like
liquid.
Like liquid. It's more like a dough almost.
Yeah.
So
Pillsbury Doughboy now.
Kind of, yeah. It's actually, I would probably say that's probably the closest consistency I can tell from the video. It looks like it's like Pillsbury dough that you get out of the can, and you put your fingers in it and you move it. But if you went like this, it would stop here, but the back side of the dough would be stable because the front side hardened up, and then once you manipulate it gently for a little bit, it unlocks. So then it goes back to the doughy consistency. So. And that is neat. And it's supposedly, by only having a 1/4 inch of this in these jackets, these vests or whatever, you're lightening what that is, because usually the bulletproof vest with the Kevlar, it's Kevlar over top a lead or metal sheet.
Or high carbon.
high carbon sheet, one of the two.
All right, here's the other thing too, is if that is only a 1/4 inch, it could be spread all over the shirt as well as the sleeves, the armpits, all these vulnerable spots that they have.
Right. Well, one of the things with this this company is that they're starting to develop animal attack clothing. So, like, animal bites can even be stopped.
Guard dog
won't be able to go through it, right?
Like I say, they can break the bone.
They can break the bone from crushing it. Yeah, from crushing it, but they won't be able to penetrate and tear.
They won't be able to fatal wound.
Right.
Oh, so us alligator hunters will be safe then, huh?
Right.
All sorts of applications.
When did you become an alligator hunter?
Well, when I got my alligator mouth.
Evidently.
Crikey, yes, mates. It's an alligator. Over there.
You really are going to go there, weren't you? I was like, crikey, this little girl right here, I'm going to take my finger and poke it in its eye. We'll see what happens.
Right. That's where I got my gel suit on.
Right.
But that gel could have all sorts of applications,
It could be, yeah, right. There you go.
I got to show this. for a second.
What, the pants?
The pants. These are the jockey football pants.
Oh,
with
man.
the gel in the crotch and in the sides.
just think he's running down the field and he gets hit and boom, and his leg locks up. Now he's.
Yeah, but you could use that as other means, like you said. You could use it like as a cooling device on hot days, and you could probably do some type of.
But no, I was thinking of the thing with the clothing of the police officers. Now instead of that bulky vest, it would be in a regular shirt.
Like this.
Right.
I got one. I got one. Hang on. I'm looking for it. Just.
But a shirt or a pair of pants or all that, and they would be a lot more protected. So I mean, it would be a lot less.
So this thing right here. Okay, right there. Okay, so it's sportswear for equestrians, and the shirt has the gel in it. So doesn't the leg pants and so on and so forth. So if they get knocked off the horse, okay, knocked off the horse and a horse tries to stomp on him, bite him, or whatever, most likely it'll stop that stuff or help absorb some of the shock from hitting.
Right.
How about a bull rider?
Bull rider, I was just going to say that.
Bull rider would be
riding the horse, and then he locks up, and there he is stiff.
You're an ass.
Wow.
No, I'm just saying.
I think that's funny.
Use some of that.
Well, the one I like is that's coming for me, at least because running cable or working on computers and stuff, is the knee pads. They're now going to be putting I believe there's several American companies that have invested in this guy's product and are starting to import this gel to start making knee pads, sporting goods, so on and so forth.
Why would you need it in knee pads unless?
Well, the gel by itself would be cushioning, but if you're like trying to say like it's happened to me. I get down on my knees and I'm crawling through a crawlway trying to pull cable, and all of a sudden I lose my balance and I hit something hard. It's still, that shock still goes right through the knee pad and hurts like a son of a gun.
I was saying like football players with their knees being injured a lot. That would make sense on a football player for protecting their knees. And their thighs.
Well, see, I would say that the thighs would work. Good. The knees, probably front of the knees, it would work, but the side swipes, I don't think it'll help.
No, it's not to stiffen them. It's to protect the blow from, like I said. Yeah. And like you say, knee pads, walking around, and all of a sudden you kneel on that stone or that nail or that end of the plug or something like that. Yeah, that really hurts.
Well, not only hurts, but it could
love it.
What's that?
The electricians would love this.
Right, and then going through it, have you ever had something go through one of the knee pads and get you?
Right.
I mean, that really hurts.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live. I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And I'm JJ.
And what do we got left here? We got something else.
I got either Seafoam or you.
Seafoam. Let's hear about Seafoam.
Actually, I got a question for Snide. I want to know his opinion on the outsourcing of the New York State driver's licenses and the technology with that.
I did not I didn't see that.
You didn't see that on the news?
No. Well, the technology is why should the state pay $35 million?
It was it was $88 million or something. They're paying this Canadian company
for a black and white photo when they already got the technology for a colored photo. Now wait a minute.
They're saying it's more secure or more.
Why is it more secure?
I totally missed this article. Somebody
I would say a colored photo would see a lot more than a black and white photo.
Right, you'd be able to identify the person.
How do you see a black and white is more secure?
I didn't read into it, but it was on the news just the other day,
Yeah.
and they're like, New York State is going to be outsourcing their driver's licenses.
And the worst part about it is the employment in the United States.
Do you know where they're made now?
They're sending them over to Canada.
You know where they're made now?
Where?
England, our driver's licenses.
What?
England. This is what they said on the news.
This is why I'm saying
they just rebid it, and it's going to go to Canada for $88 million
for black and white.
This is ridiculous. I know we have a global economy. Don't get me wrong. I know we have a global economy. I know technology makes it possible to do it wherever.
Right.
But that makes no sense with states having the look at the DMVs now. You go look at any of the DMVs. They have a camera, they have a connection, they have a computer, they have a printer, they have the card printer right there too. They can print basic IDs right there.
Right.
Why are we outsourcing it when we're already paying to have that equipment in each of the DMVs?
I don't know. This is what I'm saying. This is part of our illogical government that runs this country. Illogical.
I wasn't going to necessarily say that. I was just going to say.
Well, it sure is.
It doesn't make sense according to the technology and the investment we already have.
Right.
Why can't we do it in New York State?
I know.
Somebody's got to be.
Somebody's
got to have the technology here.
Here's the stupidity thing. Okay, I know that there's a lot of areas that are probably needing some industry boost and so on and so forth. Seneca County is one of them. Look right down here, the Seneca County Army Depot. I don't know how much you know about it, but if you get a chance, go look at it. It's got all these building sites and everything else and all this area down there.
Right.
You could easily house the employees to manufacture these driver's licenses right here in Seneca County. Put another 5% of our population back to work
at least,
and generate that much more tax revenue.
How many people does it take to do that when a lot of this stuff is generated by machine? It only takes an operator to operate, and he's printing out tons and tons of these things.
They were just saying something about the picture clarity, black and white, which I didn't understand, and some security features that they're able to offer on the driver's license. I'm not
when you got 6 megapixels of colored versus 6 megapixels of black and white. What is clarity got to do with it?
I think clarity.
Businesses were like,
let me help you out with the clarity thing, because I think I know where the logic's coming from on this, but it doesn't make much sense. On a black and white photo, if you take a true black and white photo, or even a true infrared black and white photo, every detail of that face will show up. Okay, in a color, sometimes it's masked by the different colors. Like saying you might have a line on your forehead that's red, but the area around it's also red. So it just looks like just kind of a patch of red in the photo. So in black and white, those two different tones of red show up differently. So you actually see that the person's got different gray tone. So you actually see the person's got a scar or a line or something over their left eye or something. This is my right eye. I don't know my left and right.
But all I'm saying is does a police officer look at that photo and see that in there in the black and white image and say, oh yeah, that's over his left eye, which I'm facing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're looking at the general picture of that guy.
Right, but I mean, still, it makes no sense. It makes no sense to outsource this to other countries.
No.
When that is perfectly something that can be done internally. Internally here, either as a government agency. I know we don't like that. I know people don't like that, but I'm just saying, as an internal government department to handle that. Okay, so that way it's easily manageable. Or if you want to outsource it to somebody, give somebody a grant to go make that company right here in New York for New York.
It was just like the license plates of their cars. And here we go with the state thing. It was done right here in Auburn, New York. The plates were stamped and produced here in Auburn.
Correct.
Then all of a sudden somebody figured, well, it's cheaper to have them done down in Kentucky or Tennessee or someplace like that. Mm-hmm. So it was outsourced out of the state. Why didn't they give the opportunity to the public to make these instead of a prison? Mm-hmm. You see, they were doing it in the prison in Auburn with the cell people.
Right.
Oh, well, they're earning their way through prison. Well, it's about time that they started earning their way through prison.
Well,
right. But there's a lot of controversy on that. But why did they send them to another state when they could have done it and kept somebody in business here?
Right.
Well, that's what I don't understand is,
the technology's got to be out there in order
to keep it
local.
Well,
And probably
that's-
cheaper
well,
too,
see,
I'm sure.
But see, that's the problem. People aren't looking at the idea that technology can help keep it local, because technology is, of course, the thought process of decentralizing, and you can send a phone call all the way to India, and it still costs about the same to send that phone call to Kentucky or New York or whatever.
Right.
And the other thing is this $88 million project, which now the driver's license are 8 years. So how do we have that many driver's license produced every month and take this population and divide it by 8?
How many million people are in New York? 4?
Yeah.
4 million?
No,
5 million?
drivers.
I'm just saying, how many
Driver.
people are in New York? I forget what the number is. 16
driver
million?
eligibility.
I'm just trying to figure. Well, you also have people that don't drive that will get those ID cards that are the same things. It's just they're not driver's licenses.
Right. Non-driver IDs.
So I'm just trying to think of how many would you be
Probably
producing?
4 to 6 million people in New York State, probably.
Okay, so we'll say
Just
6
guessing.
million. Okay, we'll say 6 million. Once every 8 years out of that 6 million, how many people would actually have to get new driver's licenses?
Well, just say 8 million.
You might as well
got
say
a million per year.
A million per year, basically, right?
For 8 years, And then,
Right, and then
we
it
start the
cycles
cycle
over again, right? So a million per year, I can imagine would easily put a decent. I can't even imagine that not working up here.
Right.
But the other thing is
at $75 a driver's license.
$88
$1 million.
million a year to produce driver's license, black and white.
That makes no sense.
That's what it is.
It was
not
a
88
contract.
over
It was a
10
contract. I'm not
years.
sure how long it was for, though. But they were saying it was a contract. Outsourced to Canada now. We're going to be. They're now looking.
See, these are the figures that's
looking
got to
into
be.
it.
That's what's got to be presented to the public. How many driver's license are they going to produce?
Well, of course, that was always my biggest complaint about anything that we've been doing lately, and that's been my big upset lately.
Even if you and I did it,
yeah,
and charged $1 on each driver's license that they
and you got
Right.
a buck, you'd be a
got
millionaire.
$1.
yeah,
Right, that's $1 million.
that's $1 million.
a year.
$500,000 for you, $500,000 for me.
Sold. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right, absolutely. We'll do it right here. I'll
Underbid
put
'em.
you got one machine there, I got one machine there, and we just go.
Right.
Underbid 'em.
I'm there.
And
Anyway, what we
and
got
I'll
here?
be the truck driver to take the licenses wherever.
There you
There
go.
you go. You can be the
county.
deliver.
So what do we? How much
You
time
want-
we got? Oh my, we haven't
We're
got
at
much left.
11:57. Can you do the seafoam thing quick or no?
Well, the seafoam is it's not dangerous. It's getting down here to where it was. It's a natural occurrence, or it was not a natural occurrence. I was trying to find the foam, what it is, and
So this is something that came in from the storm
It's-
surge and
it's hydrophobic is one that's facing the air, and
phallic.
philic, Philic. Okay, philic. So you got the other one. It's two. and-
Phobic, it's afraid of water and it repels water.
Water.
Philic, it absorbs it.
Right.
Yep.
So what one does is makes the foam, and the other one repels.
The water.
So it repels, so it makes the foam, and
Yep.
then it stays there. And it's all done with, foamy, different stuff in the environment in the sea, in aquatic, some of the phosphorus that the water is holding from, laundries going down the rivers and out to the ocean and stuff.
Okay, so-
and then when
so
the hurricanes come, this generates a lot of foam.
Yeah.
There's the pot.
And then the wind carries this stuff, and where does it go? In, and where does it collect? On houses, beaches, wherever
Okay.
the water can't wash
So the whole
it away.
point of this was that the concern of this phallic and phobic.
Yeah.
I just like the word phallic. Just I don't know why. It just kind of makes me feel
Yeah.
good. Phallic and phobic sea foam that's made from the chemicals and the stuff that's actually in the sea already.
In the sea already.
Okay, and it's getting stuck to houses. And the question is whether it's dangerous or not.
And it's not dangerous. It's just a
So it's easy to clean up.
water will wash it away,
Right.
Natural occurrence.
Natural
Yeah.
occurrence. So
Right? And the sunlight will make the bubbles pop, but it's just a matter of time. It's It's a little thicker than...
It's a big dishwasher that came to shore and
well,
cleaning up the shoreline.
So is there any technology out there to help clean that up right now?
No, just take a pin and go around and prick all the bubbles.
Very good. Anyway, you've been listening to Tech Talk Live with your hosts.
I'm Flipper.
I'm Snide.
And I'm JJ.
And we're on every Saturday morning, 11 to 12. If you tune in on fingerlakes1.com, you can get us there. If you want to give us a call during the show, 11 to 12 every Saturday morning, it's
315-220-0692, or you can reach out to us on an email at
techtalkliveny@gmail.com.
And get us on Facebook and like us, baby.
Yep. So anyway, we're out of here. See you next week.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yep.
See ya.
You've been listening to your technology talk show. Tune in next time to Tech Talk Live.